Welcome everyone to the Intel Extreme Masters European Championships, being held as we speak in Kiev, Ukraine. I think it's the third day now. This match is the second one from the series I started yesterday. So it's the second match from the series between here the Blue Terran, Polish player Tarson, member of Team Millennium, a fresh new team from Europe with several good European players. Let's see how far they can get on this event and in future events, see if they grow as a team. And he's going to be facing against Grandpa Toss, the beast from the east, DuckloadRa, formerly known as WhiteRa, and well, it's basically the name that everyone knows. WhiteRa DuckloadRa ended up being kind of a joke, but it isn't a joke for him, as you guys know. It's his sponsor and pays his bills, so let's take it seriously, or at least as much as possible. And well, they're going to be going here for the second match of this series, held at Zelnaga Caverns, as you guys already noticed. And incoming spoiler alert, yeah, Tarson needs to take this win, needs to dominate on this game, and needs to defeat WhiteRa, or else it's going to be 2-0. And bye-bye Tarson, he's going to lose this series, and that's not going to be looking good on the brackets from the Intel Extreme Masters. So following the game, taking a look at what they're planning on doing on this this face-off here, this match, which openings are they going for. Seems fairly similar to what Tarson did on the first match, by the way, at least for now, but still very early for me to actually say that with 100% certain. As you can see, racks going down in the gas, the refinery, while here on WhiteRa's side, he's getting the first gateway down and still working out of a single gas. Also, small detail, notice here on top of the base, of the main base, WhiteRa just placing a pylon there. Might have two purposes. One, obviously, it's going to be a proximity detector, like creating a perimeter. If any kind of drop or Banshee harass advances here from the north, he'll be having at least like 3-4 seconds to react, and that might be priceless later on in the game. So that's one of the solutions. The other one is to hide some tech here on this corner, so if Tarson decides to get a scan on top of his base, you won't be able to spot the surprise there. I guess we're gonna see it pretty soon. WhiteRa will make his decision soon enough. For now, Tarson sending his SCV, taking a look at WhiteRa's base. Not much to see for now, as you can see, just a gateway into cybernetics core, fairly standard opening, while WhiteRa is sending his probe, but the long way around. I think he's just making sure there's no proxy anything around. So yeah, maybe a proxy racks there or some kind of surprise, so he's just making sure that he's not gonna get caught offhand. Meanwhile, on Tarson's side, second gas already getting picked up, and reactor attached to the barracks, also the factory going down. So a fairly similar opening, might be the 1-1-1 again. I guess we're gonna be able to notice that soon enough. 3 Marines making sure that no probe will be able to come here, but once again apparently WhiteRa isn't concerned about checking his opponent's main base this soon, and instead of just risking sending the probe there and getting shot, he's gonna gain control of the Zelnaga watchtower close to his opponent's base and just hang there for now. SCV still roaming around, while on WhiteRa's base he went gateway into cybernetics core. There's a gateway there already, and a robotics facility, so a fairly early robo once more, and this opening is fairly similar to the one he did in Scrap Station. Now the second gateway going down, and still no secret tech here at all, so might be his plan only to keep the pylon there to avoid any kind of surprise early drop on that area. Meanwhile, alien incoming from Tarson, the first offensive unit to show up here on the south side, trying to harass WhiteRa and put him off his game, but there's already a stalker waiting for it and poking at it. And also there was an SCV trying to enter, but got instantly sliced by those zealots, so not much of an information to be picked up for Tarson here on this situation. I guess he's gonna have to try later on once more. On Tarson's base, the 1-1-1 opening is accomplished. He's getting the reactor to get a lot of Marines at once from that racks, and also the tech lab on the factory. So it's gonna be once again that mix. Bio ball, a small bio ball backed up by plenty of siege tanks. At least it was what happened on the previous match. Also the Raven already coming out, a fairly early Raven, might be used for detection of this observer that is advancing into the main base now, of course, but the purpose besides that for now doesn't seem to have much purpose. I mean, he's taking advantage, obviously, of the fact that he has the Raven there, so no observer will be able to get into his base and actually take notes and keep tabs on everything that Tarson is doing. So on that matter, on that situation, yes, it is advantage to have the Raven this early. Later on in the game, it will have other purposes, as you guys already seen on the first match. That point defense drone against a lot of Stalkers is just yummy, yummy, delicious, and works so brilliantly for the Terran player. Not sure if WhiteRa is planning on going very heavy on the Stalker play, but he might be having an upset, if you will. For now, Observer getting instantly spotted. What did he check from here? Oh, he still didn't check the tech, he still didn't check all the buildings on that corner. So Tarson defending well and actually having a good positioning with this Raven and detecting all the movement. Look, he's not even worried for now, he's just trying to follow it and make sure that if he is in range he's gonna get shot, but that's basically it. Meanwhile, Tarson pulling his Helen has been poked quite a lot, and there goes the Observer, shot down, killed, so no more tabs for WhiteRa, and now Tarson is gonna try to prepare his advance. He's already finishing his second command center to establish his game on the Natural Expo, while WhiteRa has his Nexus almost finished on his Natural Expo, so both players go for some two-base play for now. And notice how Tarson picks up instantly the Refiners. Both of them might indicate that he's gonna try some more harass, probably some Banshees flying around. Might be useful, or to keep pumping his factory, keep pumping more and more siege tanks with some ease. Let's take a look at what's going on here on WhiteRa's base. He already has the robotics bay in the robotics facility, so once again we're gonna have plenty of Colossi. How many gateways? 1, 2, 3 gateways for now. So he played the 3 gateway robo for his opening, just like he did on the first match. Meanwhile, there's a Banshee flying around trying to harass that mineral line on the Natural Expo. Wasn't very successful, a single kill, and now has several Stalkers stalking it. Pardon the redundancy, but yeah, Stalkers stalking the Banshee. Banshee trying to get out of range and succeeded, so this Banshee is gonna survive for now with a single kill, so it's still not paid, didn't pay off. Maybe later on he's gonna be able to assault once again. There's plenty of factories going down, so once again Tarson going for a mech build against the Protoss player, while he's establishing his Natural Expo. Econ-wise, WhiteRa, fairly similar, pulling a little bit ahead. There's a big gap there on the Econ game, on the Harvester count, but obviously the Mules will help backing that up and make sure that Tarson won't fall behind on the Econ game, at least not much, and for now, as you can see, it's still quite balanced. What else is getting WhiteRa build here on this corner that I was taking a look at it? Oh, there it is, the Twilight Council. High Templars, I would say, or DTs. DTs would be interesting. I always love to watch DTs roaming around, but with plenty of scans from the Terran player, they won't last long, I would say. WhiteRa for now, apparently just investing on his macro game, not very concerned about any kind of push, though he's getting the extended thermal lens and preparing to get some upgrades. We might see later on a timed push based on some upgrades that WhiteRa tried to chrono boost out of that building, out of that forge, and probably try to make a push before his opponent has a strong enough force. Incoming once more, Banshee advancing this time on the north side and pulled back, so I guess that Tarson is still not convinced. Once again, a Stalker advancing into the Zalago Watchtower on his opponent's side, so kind of containing him, keeping tabs on his movements. Tarson needs obviously to remove that Stalker from that Zalago Watchtower if he wants to expand freely without any control from his opponent. Incoming once again the Banshee, entering straight into the mineral line on the main base, already has 1 kill, went back to the base and got repaired, and this time another attempt to kill some more probes, but unsuccessful. Instantly WhiteRa answering back and fending off. Cloaked Banshee trying to pull away, avoiding getting destroyed, while once again there's an SCV advancing that got shot, didn't even got close to the Natural Expo from WhiteRa, and WhiteRa apparently is committed to the macro game, already destroyed the rocks and probably gonna pick up his 3rd base. What else is going on Tarson's base? Look at the amount of mech that he got here. How many siege tanks? 9 and 29 Marines, plenty of siege tanks, plenty of factories as well, as you guys can see, a 3rd one getting built there, and the 4th one, and there's already that one, so 5 factories at the moment. I wasn't even counting them properly. Plenty of factories, plenty of mech play by Tarson. Let's see army count. very close, 127, 126. They're very close on the army count, very balanced at the moment, but everything points to we're gonna get a big clash ensuing soon enough. What you guys think? I think that might happen. Plenty of upgrades going down there for WhiteRa. Weapons level 1, Psystorm, and Zealot legs, the charge for his Zealots. Plenty of upgrades going on for WhiteRa. They might tip the scale on his favor and give him the edge on the first face-off, the first big clash that they might have on this match here. He's getting the expo, third base, second expo, I'm sorry, let me correct myself, for WhiteRa, establishing his econ game, trying to win the econ race against Terran players. Not easy with the mules, as you guys know. Incoming finally Marines to push away this Stalker and make sure that he's not going to be able to apply any kind of control to the advance from Tarson. Tarson taking care of the rocks, gonna pick up the rich mineral field, while there's a War Prism flanking all the way on the left side. Oh, we're gonna have a surprise. It's loaded with High Templar, so we might see a bunch of Psystorms on those mineral lines. It's gonna be messy for Tarson. Meanwhile, Arras with 3 Hellions advancing into that third base, going now for the natural expo. All of them getting shot really quickly. Now probably gonna get surrounded by those and destroyed. Incoming War Prism, and now gonna drop all of those Psystorms on top of the mineral line. Oh, so many SCVs getting grinded down, porting several Zealots now into this mineral line to finish it off, while the bulk of the forces are preparing to have a big confrontation here on the rich mineral field, advancing with the Immortals. Lots of charge lots, look at them surrounding all of those siege tanks, slicing and dicing them so fast, with that single Immortal pumping huge shells, big holes into the metal of those siege tanks. Nice move here by WhiteRa, actually forcing Tarson to pull back, lift his orbital command and cancel the production there. Now finally the rest of the reinforcements from Tarson advancing, and I think they're going to be able to finish off this Colossi force that is left from the bulk of the army that WhiteRa sent here. But still a big push. You guys could see all the Zealots surrounding the forces there, and also the Immortal pumping big holes into the metal of those siege tanks. Beautiful play there by WhiteRa. Not the most successful attack, he got thwarted in the end, but still did plenty of damage. One High Templar still grinding down Psystorms on the main base, and finally the assault is over with that Archon getting destroyed. Now small group from WhiteRa standing there on the Xel'Naga watchtower, still keeping tabs, still getting noticed of all the movements here close to the rich mineral field, and I think that WhiteRa won't stand for this very long, advancing once again into the forces of Tarson. Tarson was pulling with a lot of siege tanks, but now forced to pull back. Look at all those Zealots leading the charge, getting the blasts on their faces. Oh, big Psystorm right on top of all of those Vikings, killing all of them. Oh, so painful. More Psystorms coming from those High Templars. They've been so effective this game, grinding down once again the mineral line, killing a lot of SCVs. That one didn't have anything to pick up there. A lot of Archons getting morphed at the moment, and Tarson just GG's out of the match. Was just way too much pain, too much damage with this big push by WhiteRa, backed up by a lot of Archons, melting away all the forces from Tarson. Brilliant move, brilliant pressure by WhiteRa, taking this game, getting the 2-0 and defeating Tarson on this series. Very aggressive WhiteRa. Quite established econ game, very stable move here, and he just made the push in the right time with all the upgrades that he had. Quite impressive. Whoa. Guess that WhiteRa still has it in it after all these years playing Brood War and then Starcraft 2. He's still up for it, and looks like a serious contender to win this Intel Extreme Masters. Well, game done. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm kinda shocked and surprised, but in a good way. Very powerful game by WhiteRa, quite impressive. So, okay, I'm gonna focus on another series next. I still have matches from the America versus Europe event that happened a couple of weeks ago and had some pretty intense face-offs, so I might be following with the series from that event later on. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, okay? See you all later. Have fun.